Hello, hello, hello. God bless you. Wherever you are tuning in across the world, you're listening to and watching another episode of Senior Talk with Claire Hubbard, your resource and information show for people getting better with age. Well, I am so excited for our broadcast today. Let me tell you, it is National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It is also National Small Women Business Month, all that stuff. But joining me today is no stranger to our program. She is what I call a woman who's always been boots on the ground. She is a proprietor of a great company called 4S, I think is Wellness Inc. And she's going to share her information. But let me tell you, I was so excited because this young lady just recently, and she'll share more about it, she did a successful, let me say successful treatment of breast cancer through this COVID process. She was no limit. Family was all in as well as friends. I tell you, when you receive a diagnosis like that, the support factors and the support is a very big part of making it a great success for you through the treatment. Well, let me start over. Her name is none other than Toni Warren. She is also a member of the Southeast Providers Council right on 79th Street. Woo-hoo! We miss you all. And we're going to get that meeting kicked back in very soon because that's a meeting of health professionals across the southeast side of Chicago where we go and we pour into each other and we make sure that we support each other's efforts. Now, Miss Warren, are you ready?
I am ready. I'm here. I had to navigate.
Well, she's we're gonna bring her back, but let me say this. She has a company called 4S Wellness Inc. It is based in the south suburbs and this of Illinois, Chicago. And this is a program that allows you to get multiple services at one time under one umbrella. So what I am going to do, since we know she is going to be joining us back on the line or coming back to us, she has, it's a senior advocate and health professional organization called 4S Inc. And so we're going to be giving you the phone number and we're going to get her back with us. But let me tell you, we're just a few short days away from election. And we know that senior votes matter. So please, if you got time, excuse me, go to our website, seniorvotesmatter.com, find out our proposal, upcoming events, find out anything that you need to know about seniors. We got transportation from our friends from a few good nurses, and we're getting ready to do a big parade, Senior Votes Matter Parade. Honk, drive, and wave. It's a Senior Votes Matter Parade. It's coming to your community. So we'll tell you about that schedule coming up real soon. So I think we got Miss Toni Warren on the line. We're going to try one more again, as they say.
You got me. I'm
all
here.
Right. There we go. We are here today. So Toni Warren, how are you? How are you? As my cousin, how is you? How you feeling?
I am well, girl. I am well. Thank you for having me.
It's my pleasure. Well, of course, we are in October as Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we're going to get to that. But prior to October, you, as I told the listening audience, and those who are watching, you're watching it live on Senior Talk page on Facebook and YouTube. Those who don't have the fortune at this time, you're still going to hear it in your local market on a radio station near you. So go to Senior Talk Media to find that information out. Now, Toni, let's talk about this Southeast Providers Council. I made that note as one of our introductory forms of us meeting. I know I've been a member 9+ years. Tell us about your organization, because I said it's a group of health professionals that come together to support each other, give resources, and work in a collaborative. So yesterday in our virtual green room, you asked me some questions, but we're going to start from the beginning. First of all, tell us about 4S, what that means and what it's offered.
Okay, well, and I do remember the day that you launched this wonderful program. I was there I believe we were in Bronzeville when you launched at one of the provider meetings. But 4S Wellness is actually, I started out years ago, 2006, actually, as South Suburban Senior Socialites. Mm-hmm. And it was just me hosting senior breakfasts, providing education and resources to the community at large, for the senior community. And from there, it just grew. I found myself in all of the wonderful senior buildings, providing education, collaborating with various resources and partners to help get the information out, that they could age healthy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much what I ran on, healthy aging, for this active senior community. And it has just blessed me. It was probably in 2010 when I started to get requests about more therapeutic services. Mm-hmm. And from there, I started providing the counseling services for the seniors. And it was just so much change from then to now on how it could be done, hosting groups and, having a medical director versus having a psychiatrist and different things like that. But it worked out, and we're still here providing those same services. I kind of, tried to jazz up the name. So I called it 4S because I didn't want to lose my South Suburban Senior Socialites, because that's the senior group. When we get back to normal, we can go back to doing some social events with the seniors. But for right now, that's who we are, 4S Wellness Services, and we're providing those therapeutic services. And, our motto is basically involve, educate, empower, and live.
Well, we know, as well as myself, and I believe you've been to some of my events, this lack of not seeing our seniors, it had me down for quite a bit. I just know seniors, they make this country what it is. That's why we have Senior Votes Matter, and we are making a platform that is going to change. It's changing, actually, the view of politicians who are making these decisions for our older Americans, because they are living longer. And just like your tagline, I use the tagline for people getting better with age. So Absolutely. We definitely know that we are in the right business. So to say that you have served and been in the community since 2006, you got something called the Powerful Tool. Every post I see says, thank you for the referral. So tell us about the power of referral. Tell us about the power of referrals and what really makes a good referral, and maybe those who should not refer. The pros and cons of referrals. Tell us about that.
Well, I tell you, you can't have a successful business without having referrals.
That's right.
And my key to referrals is, first of all, don't burn bridges. Mm-hmm. Everybody you meet has something to offer, even though it may not be something that you need. It may be something that someone else needs.
Right.
And you just want to kind of keep those close that your demographic will need, and keep those at bay and your resources for those that you can refer. So, and it's about, working together, support that business that, supports you, or support that business that could help a senior that to be a reputable business. And you're right. Everybody is not somebody you want to partner and collaborate with, because we have to watch out for our seniors. There's some predatory services out there, and you have to really be careful.
Right.
But I tell you, just don't burn bridges. And, I found myself out marketing with various marketers to just provide some education. They might be calling bingo and advertising their business, and I'll be just providing the education piece. Mm-hmm. So working together just to build a stronger community, and to even help that other resource meet their census and boost their referrals.
Right, you got that right.
But that has worked really well for me.
Now, let's lead into we're talking about October. We're in the month of National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Let me tell you, if you are watching this on Facebook, YouTube, you were looking at a conqueror, a warrior. My girl, Toni Warren, she took this plight on and didn't look back, didn't hear any moment of complaining. Every morning, her posts were uplifting others through this. So tell us about not so much the diagnosis, but the treatment and how you kept smiling through this. Really, just break it down in layman's terms, because we were here last week. We had our good friend Phyllis Rogers along with what's the lady's name? I'm going to think her Ramona Burris, and she talked about her experience. And women are strong, and that's why I asked you to be my guest, because you are a businesswoman. You also are working through this treatment, but you still on top of your game. Tell us about the experience.
It was rough in the beginning, just getting the diagnosis and just finding out that, wow, I'm that person now, just going from sitting on, and so many things went through my mind. I just remembered sitting on one side of the table at the Kroc Center offering, these services, and this is what we can do. And it was Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And then to think, okay, so now I'm going to be the person on the other side of the table. And I think acceptance for me was key, because once I accepted that, it was there, and just got my mind right and focused, it was time to fight. Yeah. It was time to fight. It was time for me to, make some decisions on lifestyle changes, what I could do. To kind of talk myself out of the fear of I'm going to be forgotten and I can't go back out there anymore. And, everybody's going to forget me. And, what is my life going to be like? So I went through, those stages, but I had an awesome oncologist, Dr. Shana Roselle. And I searched for her. I wanted a African-American female oncologist. And the treatment plan that she had for me just really helped me to get through it. My support system was everything. I mean, my husband, my friends, my family, people sending anonymous gifts. And, it was amazing the days that I was not so strong. Sure. I had people standing in the gap for me, to be strength and that support that I needed. And that really got me through.
That's awesome.
It was, I often, mentioned about even getting when I got the diagnosis, the day that I sent in my FMLA, my company also sent an email saying they were closing in 3 days. Woo! So here I was, like no job, which, we all work for the insurance and the 401k and, all of the good stuff, the perks. But here I was with none of that. And I found out about this program through my oncologist, the breast and cervical cancer program through Illinois. And, it provided that insurance that I needed. And I figured, okay, until I'm 64. So I figured, okay, with this, that took away that worry and I can move on. And, Claire, the amazing thing about, that I've worked with a lot of different companies.
Yeah.
The amazing thing was that because of the conflict of interest, me having the business that I had and also contracting with other people, I always signed off on my business, to that. But in the end, it was my business that carried me. And I thought, okay, look, right. I didn't have to worry about anything. I didn't have to be out there. The oncologist had said no senior buildings, no hospitals, no nursing homes. And I thought, well, that's my life.
Yeah.
He said, treatment. So that was, that pretty much kept me quarantined. So I was already quarantined basically before, the pandemic.
Yeah. Wow. So here we are today.
But it was pretty amazing, just how I learned how to adapt and to be not just a survivor, because you're a survivor from the time that you're diagnosed, but how to thrive and still be happy and, be encouraging to others, because that was my personality. And I didn't want to lose that. I didn't want to lose that to an illness that I knew was not going to just be there forever.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let me say this. I watched and I sat quietly because I was in prayer. That was what I could do because I'm in another state and, you know, calls and all that stuff. But you kept yourself busy. I saw you painting. I said, you were painting. There were friends coming by. They were doing a hung drive and wave. I'm like, you have talent. You really, when you quarantine, you find out some things about yourself you didn't know you had. But you did beautiful things.
I found that I like myself, and that's a wonderful thing.
What?
I liked myself. You know, I could find peace and serenity just in doing what I love. Things that I had really been too busy to do because I was so busy ripping and running. I think I heard one of your previous guests say that it was like she's like a hamster on a wheel, just going and going and doing. And that's really how our life is until, you know, something sits us down or slows us down.
Yeah.
And you begin to see that you can still be provided for and have everything you need, living a more simplistic life. And for me, painting was my piece.
I know they were gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I saw them. So let me say this. You mentioned something that's very powerful. As they say, the idle mind is the devil's workshop. Mm-hmm. So how did you, I'm sure you were already loving yourself and liking yourself, but how did you talk through your internal mind and spirit to meet through the process? Because you had to get your mind wrapped around, I have this, I would call it a temporary diagnosis. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. How did you get your mind? What were the things you were talking to yourself with in your time to say, hey, this is not going to take me out. This is not going to be, this is just something that I have to go through because I got more work to do. How did you get your mind focused? Because, you know, it's a big part of what that kept you here, because I'm looking and I'm like, this girl is no limit. I'm just looking like this is my friend. So what was the power in your mindset is what I really want to know.
Well, my faith kept me. You know, it was interesting in the beginning. I'm sorry, I'm just going to turn the light on.
Yeah, sure. Do your thing.
The sun was out, so I didn't think that I was going to be. But you know, once I got the diagnosis, I had a choice. You know, and I'm a believer. You know, I had the choice, and you know, do I just believe God and trust God and change my eating habits and, you know, just strictly go green and do all of those things? And then, you know, that was a struggle for me in the beginning. It's a real struggle. So one night, you know, one morning I woke up and with acceptance, and I was like, okay, I got it. Because it's like, if I accept it, then I can fight. Then I can forward and I can do what I need to do, and I can still eat healthy and believe God and do all of these things, but accept that you have it and do all of the things through, you know, by faith, you know, because honestly, I don't think going green would have worked for me, you know, like that. Just definitely, it wasn't gonna happen, you know, because I was eating during my chemo. I didn't struggle, you know, thank God, like a lot of people do. But I kept my appetite. But that part right there, and it was the loneliness was more about the business. Am I ever gonna get back to where I was or what I was doing?
Yeah.
You know, are people forget about me? You know, that was like a big fear for me, because I had been out networking and marketing and doing so much and around so many people all the time that, you know, I struggled a little bit with that. And I say, you know, and that was even before treatment started. That was where I met myself.
Okay.
It's like, okay, it's just you and you. You know, sometimes I had to talk myself down, but it was good. In the end, I was able to find peace in my healing,
Oh, I like.
and I was able to keep smiling and keep being strong. I didn't have to want for anything, fortunately, because my husband, was right here for me. So, but that was how I did it.
Yeah.
I credit it all to just having faith and believing and having like the support system. I mean, my friends, they showed up and they showed out.
Yes, indeed. So
They,
let's talk about your husband.
let's talk about my husband.
Let's talk about your boo. Let's talk about your boo. Let me tell you, what did he say to you that kept you going? What was, I mean, not so much, what was his words to you? Because of course, when you mention and you say that I have breast cancer, he's experiencing it with you. So what was his life like, and how did he really give you that unconditional support that I know? Because I've seen your post and I've seen just how you work together as a family. You got kids playing ball and sports and succeeding, all that, So you win that love, life, and family. So what did he say to you to say, you know what, you damn right, I'm gonna knock this out? I was about to say a bad word. Go ahead, girl.
Well, it's interesting because he was ending his treatment the week before I started mine. And so he had experienced what I was going through, not the same type, of course, but he had experiences. So
wow,
his words to me were more, it's going to be all right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you're going to be all right. I'm here for you, whatever you need, and that was just it,
Yeah.
He showered me with like attention and, everything. I didn't have to cook. I didn't have to do anything. And he understood because it was no stranger to him.
Sure.
So he was a strong tower. He was a strong tower. The moments that I would really just get, I don't know that I got where it was never a why me. It was, what is my life going to be like?
Yeah.
That was more my, kind of sad state. My grieving state was, what is life going to be like for me?
Mm-hmm.
But he was there, every treatment, any, the sicknesses, all of it, he was right there.
Wow. So knowing that, as we know, I called Robin Tillotson and I said, look, I miss my Southeast Providers family. We need to do a Zoom meeting or something, because we all need to get caught up. I mean, it's been March or since late February when we had a meeting, or if we had one this year. But knowing that you are someone who is very visible and you work hands-on, face to face with your clients, what does it mean? Now, what has been the barriers through this COVID, and what has been the success? How are you doing your outreach to your 4 S's, if that's the thing? How are you doing your outreach through this COVID process?
Well, unfortunately, for the seniors, I have not been back really in contact with them the way that I'd like to be, because a lot of the buildings are still, very cautious and closed down for the time being.
Sure.
So we quickly had to adjust to providing telehealth services and, just being able to stay in touch that way.
Yeah.
But as far as me keeping in touch with the providers, text, email, phone calls, FaceTime, I stopped getting pretty with the FaceTime. I have some that I can call early in the mornings to get up, what's the plan for the day? What are we going to do?
What's really going on?
So right. And that goes back to when you establish relationships with the people that are in the same community as you. Providing those services, you can do that. You know, a lot of them, you know, would come over and we'd have time out there on the deck, you know. So it was good, you know, not burning those bridges and still having those relationships. And, you know, it wasn't just all about work. You know, it was really about, okay, what are we going to do to move forward, you know, in the new normal? How is it going to be? And then it was more like, okay, once my chemo brain was gone, because, you know, for a minute, I couldn't even keep a thought. Once that was gone, it was all about, okay, it's time to really get back and, you know, let's get these flyers out and let everybody know that we're here for you. You know, this is what we're doing, because we had never stopped. I mean, the company that I collaborated with to provide our social services, she's awesome. They're an amazing company, and we never stopped. We actually grew during this time.
Okay.
One of the things that I'm really excited about, even with that, is that, you know, I have been trying to talk about mental wellness in the African American community for so long, and people just didn't want to hear it.
Yeah.
You know, we're not telling our business. We're not crazy. You know, I don't want to talk about it. And, you know, Jesus will work it out. Whatever the excuse was.
Yes.
They did not want to talk about it. But this pandemic, after they had to sit down for a few days or months, like, you know, like I did,
yes, ma'am,
they were ready to talk. And our email and fax just flooded. Like, people needed the service, even the providers.
Yeah.
So we really never stopped. But I can't wait to get back out with my crew. I see a lot of people out there, but I ain't ready yet.
Yeah, I understand. You know, I'm very clear. I'm not ready yet. Yeah, let me say this. But what you touched on too, and I was doing some research earlier today, is that you are absolutely right. This mental health piece is something that our community should not be ashamed to admit or find services and resources for. I know I just came up to review that November is Military Family Appreciation. So I think we need to come back and revisit this, because a lot of families are dealing with mental health as their loved one is away, or i.e. when they're re-entering, and there's not a platform concrete that I know. Now, I know people providing training and counseling, but we need a concrete platform. And I think recently, if I'm not mistaken, this week, our Mayor Lori Lightfoot made some comments that she's going to be providing more dollars into mental health. And it is by no means a mistake. I'm telling you, we should all be in. Right. Anything, when you think of any disparity, as I told people, that's why I had been away for a while too, you know, Tony, trying to find out how I can be impactful. So doing my show through my own network is working out well, and we are growing. Hallelujah. Yeah. But what I will say is this, the disparities are still happening. So we can't take that away and assume that it's not happening. So we still need resources. The winter and the fall months are here. Fall is here. Winter is shortly behind. And people are still going to need resources. So if you are someone, as Tony and I know, I practice social interaction with physical distance. I just turn it around a little bit. So we will come out, but we'll be distanced, but we'll make sure we're going to be doing this parade coming up. If you got some information that you need to pass on to seniors, please put it in our bags. We're going to just let them know, hey, if you need something, we're here to serve you. We don't want any older American to not have what they need for their better quality of life. And to get through these months, we got some work to do. We got masks, we got everything you need, sanitizer, we got people giving away food, but we need to get our disparities in place, make sure we're secure and prepared for these winter months ahead. So we're going to bring Tony back. We're going to come back. Let's try to bring one of your partners back in November to talk about this mental health piece, especially as I want to really highlight Military Family Appreciation Month. We got to give them kudos too. That's a big thing. So if you would give us your phone number, Tony, as well as your email address and your closing remark. And I thank you for being here. You look so cute.
Thank you.
Thank you for being part of our show today. I really appreciate you, babe.
Thank you for having me. Well, I'm Toni Warren, Forest Wellness Services. I can be reached at 708-466-8853. Our fax number, confidential fax number, is 708-367-9980. And if you want to reach me by email, it is 4swellnessinc, INC, at gmail.com. And I just want to leave you with mental health matters.
Mm-hmm.
Mental wellness matters. You cannot age healthy unless you are mentally well. And if you are struggling with that piece, we're here for you. Reach out to us. We can help.
Absolutely. So everyone, you've been tuning in to Senior Talk with Clara Hubbard. You're going to find 4S Wellness Inc. on our newsletter going out tomorrow on Senior Talk Media. And for more information to reach Toni Warren, Senior Advocate and Health Professional, 708-468-8853. As we say, say it again.
466-8853.
Oh, good. Hold on. Let me change it. 466. Let me see. Okay, fantastic. We'll make that edit right now because somebody is probably watching. But God bless you all. Thank you for being a part of our program. And thank you for letting us share a part of this day with you. Thank you to our special guest, Ms. Toni Warren of 4S Wellness Inc. And she is a friend of Senior Talk with Clara Hubbard, and I approve that message. So everyone, please remember, in complete darkness, we are all the same. It is only our knowledge and wisdom that separate us. Don't let your eyes deceive you. We'll see you next time for Senior Talk with Clara Hubbard.
Bye.
Bye-bye, everyone. Check it out.